Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Well, Mike can predict the future very well. We thought this film was going to go one of two ways, and we found out as heck yeah we did. Anyways, welcome, Real Film Nerds Podcast, episode number 386. That's a lot of talking and communicating and bullshitting that people do not listen to. But hey, it is what it is. My name is not mysterious and definitely Matt. With me as always, the opposite, always mysterious. And definitely not Matt, mysterious Michael Talent. Good day, sir.
Hey, good day. How you doing, Matt?
Life is still goes. Hopefully we'll be in a world war here pretty soon, so maybe it won't. But only time will tell. And if you're listening to this on Wednesday, maybe we already are.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
It's possible. Yeah, the news is awesome. So, anyways, Mike, you predicted this film was going to go either really good or really bad. We're talking about Eli Roth's latest film, Borderlands, a director, writer, known for doing mostly horror films. You want to give us the breakdown before we start discussing if this was worth a watch or not?
Yeah, sure, man. I can give a breakdown. All right. So this movie was directed and written by Eli Roth. It's and Joe Abercrombie. It's starring Cate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Edgar Ramirez, Jamie Lee Curtis, Ariana Greenblatt, Florin Muntu.
Did you
Jack
say
Black?
Did you say Ariana?
Ariana? Ariana? Oh, yeah,
Dude,
sure.
and you have kids?
Dude, I don't know, man.
I know,
All right.
I know. Words are difficult for you, Mike. I understand. You're not a word person. So, anyway, sorry for interrupting, but I just thought that was funny.
All right. Jack Black. And this is based on the best-selling video game. This all-star action-adventure follows a ragtag team of misfits on a mission to save a missing girl who holds the key to unimaginable power.
Okay, Mike. So, you have played the original Borderlands. I'm pretty sure you've completed it. I know we completed Borderlands 2 together, at least for you. I completed it by myself at least once. And then I have played Borderlands 3 and completed it by myself. And exciting news, because this movie is doing wonderful at the box office, Gearbox Software announced that there is a Borderlands 4 in the making. So that'll be wonderful after this abysmal weekend. But Mike, I think everybody can already tell that I was very disappointed in this film. Were you as disappointed in me in the film as I was, or more?
So this is going to be an interesting podcast, Matt. I wasn't. So I think my bar was set so low that it rised a little bit to the occasion. So it was okay.
Would you say you erected it?
Sure, I erected for the occasion.
Okay, so I thought this movie was going to, I had high hopes for it, and it was going to at least be fun and or funny and very stylistic like the video game. And I really felt like it fell flat. There was not as much humor as there is in the video game. It felt like everyone was kind of forced to be there, that they weren't really having fun. Especially Kevin Hart. I really expected him to be more jovial and jokey, and it really just did not come off that way. Cate Blanchett knocked it out of the park. What do you expect? She's an Academy Award winning actress. She did a fantastic job as Lilith. Very good. One of the best redeeming qualities. Ariana Greenblatt as Tiny Tina was a lot of fun. She's a kid. Acting wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. She was fine. I think technically the green screen was awful for a film that cost over $100 million. The green screen was pretty freaking putrid.
All right.
So tell me how it set your expectations and erected it above what you thought.
All right, Matt. So I was thinking like just god awful, basically. So I was like, if this isn't like super terrible, then it'll be okay. So if you go in like that, it was okay. If you go in expecting the awesome video game, well, then you'll be disappointed. I did think they did a pretty good job with Claptrap.
Yes, Claptrap was on the money. I think Jack Black and Claptrap and his humor was perfect. And a lot of people, a lot of reviews that I've watched after seeing the film and read, a lot of people hated Claptrap, but that's because they didn't play the video game and they don't understand. He's supposed to be annoying as shit, and he's supposed to be a nuisance, and he's there to keep you in check.
Yeah, snarky and just like, oh, I loved it.
And he was on the money. He was one of the best parts of the film was Claptrap, by far. The other one, she wasn't in it long, though. Gina Gershon as Moxie. She nailed Moxie. That was a very, very good role for her. That was fantastic. Granted, I didn't really look at her face much, but, them Tiggle Bitties were just getting ready to explode on screen.
But, she wasn't in it very much. There was some call-outs to things, and, like, if you knew the video games, you would know them, but, like, it's like, I don't know. One thing, Matt, this is kind of funny because you were saying the opposite. I didn't want Kevin Hart to be Kevin Hart, like, too much, and he wasn't. And I thought that was better.
He also definitely wasn't Roland, though, either.
Yeah, but I didn't want him to be all crazy, like, comedy and stuff, and like he had some lines and stuff, but he was a more serious kind of character than he usually is.
Would you say slapsticky?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he wasn't slapsticky. So I thought that was good. So those are my bars. Basically, don't be like the House of the Dead or Doom, and don't have too much like slapsticky comedy from like Kevin Hart, and it was okay.
I think the thing that I was upset about with Kevin Hart is that he just didn't have the writing, or he didn't have the lines where it was like one good, really strong, solid joke about every 20 minutes or so. The jokes that Kevin Hart did have in the film just didn't really do much for me at all. And I mean, I understand what you're saying. I agree it's nice that he wasn't slapsticky, because Roland is a very serious, badass character, which, again, Kevin Hart in real life is about half the size of what Roland is in the video game, which we know you can't have Terry Crews play every single freaking muscle-bound character in every single movie. But Terry Crews would have been perfect for Roland, in my opinion. But that's another story.
All right. Yeah, that would have been cool.
But yeah, he was fine. I just the writing, I guess, just wasn't there. I guess the writing was just what upset me. It wasn't great.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into it a little bit into spoilers, Matt, but it appears that this movie was greatly misdirected by the people who paid for it.
Are you talking about the box office numbers?
No.
Okay. Or are you talking about that they had to do reshoots and that they actually filmed this movie almost 5 years ago?
The director and the financiers had a creative differences.
Okay, gotcha. Well, dude, and it's Eli Roth. I mean, he's known for horror movies. He's not really known for his action and his comedic action, for sure. And it kind of shows. He's a wonderful horror director.
Yeah, I mean, even then, he's okay. Like, I really did like Hostel. I thought he did a great job on that movie. But, like, what was that? Cabin Fever that he did one, like, a long time ago? I didn't like that.
Well, did you ever see Thanksgiving that came out last year?
No. Was that good?
I've heard it's pretty good. Yeah, I've heard for a horror flick, it's pretty dang good. So, Eli Roth, I hope this is a lesson for you. Stay in your lane, sir.
Well, I mean, I guess we're going to get there, Matt, but I think he tried.
Hey, maybe we should do Thanksgiving for Harvest Horror Fest this year. We need to start getting our list together anyways. It's, almost halfway through August already, my friend.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do it.
So anyways, Mike, you keep tiptoeing around, but I'm so parched.
Oh, yes. Well, we might as well just get to that then, Matt. Did you find your Sam Adams Octoberfest, or am I the only one drinking it today?
So I'm guessing that's your way of saying, what are you drinking?
Yeah.
No, I have not found Sam Adams Oktoberfest yet. I am sitting here partaking in one of my top 5 beers. Definitely my favorite cheap beer, the good old Champagne of beers, Miller High Life.
Oh, nice, dude. Nice High Life.
So you're drinking another Sam Adams Oktoberfest, huh?
Yeah, man. They're got a case, man. I
don't like you anymore. Because I was at Costco the other day and I did not see any.
Interesting. Well, you'll get it soon. I'm sure of it.
It's probably because you're closer to Boston than I am.
That's probably it. It hasn't filtered its way down. You got like a couple more day wait.
Maybe a couple more weeks. I hope not that long, but it is still freaking August, dude.
Yeah.
So anyways, all right, Mike, the most important question of the entire podcast for you, I'm wondering if this is on topic and how it's going to be on topic. Maybe it's a topic to have to do with the border. Maybe it's a topic to have to do with video games. Maybe it's a topic to do with blowing stuff up. We'll find out. Mike, what is this week's just probably terrible dad joke?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand, though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh, though. Dad jokes.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad. All right, why did the Psycho bring a ladder to the gunfight?
Oh, nice. So you got Psycho and guns. Nice, I like it. Why did he bring a ladder to a gunfight? Because he wanted to experience high noon?
Because he heard loot drops were on another level.
Dude, it is a Borderland one too. Wow. Three, shout outs on this one. Jesus, Mike. It's not a good joke,
No, it's not a good joke, but it is on point.
It is very on point. I am very proud of you, Mike. Good job, sir.
Thank you.
All right, now my favorite and most important section of the Real Film Nerds podcast, episode number 386. Yes, that's a lot of these tie-ins. Mike, how does Borderlands relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, our star of the movie, Cate Blanchett, was, of course, in the MCU as, was it Lily? What was the character's name?
Come on, Mike, you can do it.
Hela.
There you
go. From Thor Ragnarok.
Yes,
and,
sir. Very good.
What if... What if season 2?
So, all right, Mike, we are now in the spoilers section. There was just some dead air there, so I was like, okay, I better talk.
No, I was just looking and see if there was another movie, but no, I'm good.
No, she just did the 2. Yeah, well, and one was a TV show, but movie, it's the MCU. Yeah, I haven't watched season 2 of What If. Yeah, I watched the first season. It was okay. Not super great, not super bad, but anyways, so you wanted to spoil it, so ready, set, go.
Okay, so reading in the trivia about this movie, apparently, like Matt said, this movie was pretty much ready to go in early 2022, and it was shelved to 2 years due to extreme studio interference while the film was in post-production. The studio seemed to be appalled at the film's extreme violence. The studio wanted the film to be marketed as a blockbuster and hired Tim Miller to do extensive reshoots on the project.
So basically, it sounds like Eli Roth shot the movie everybody wanted to see, and the studio fucked it up.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if the director cut of this is like a whole different movie.
Dude, that's one thing I was kind of wondering when I was watching it, because the action sequences and the violence is awful. Like, the action sequences are terrible. You don't even know what's going on. And that makes a lot more sense now that the studio fucked with it.
Yeah, I think they just cut it out. They cut out the details. That's why it looks weird.
God, dude, those stupid idiots, man. Because, this was $100 million to make, and it barely made $8 million over the weekend, and it's not going to get any better.
Oh, no. It's, like, this movie, I think in the trivia, it debuted on Rotten Tomatoes with a rare 0.
Yeah, the critic score, I think, is single digits. The audience score is like 50%, I think, because we were talking about it on Friday on the radio. Lisa Live on KYCA 103.5 FM. Anyways, there's a little plug.
There you go, dude. It's like you said that before.
It's like I've said it like every fucking day.
Yeah.
Anyways, just $8 million. They're never going to make their money back ever. I'm wondering if they can do like what they did with Zack Snyder. Where they did the Snyder cut with
like they tried to fix it later.
Yeah, well, the Snyder cut with Batman versus Superman, no, Justice League. I think it was Justice League.
I think so.
Justice League, and it's like 4.5 hours freaking long. But dude, if they do like an Eli Roth cut and how it should have been, I wonder if it would take off on streaming.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But like I said, like my bar was so low for this movie that I was just like, this wasn't terrible. Like I was expecting something so awful, and it was okay. Like there were some things that I thought were kind of cool, and I thought,
well, do tell.
I thought the environments and stuff that they did kind of feel like Borderlands. Now, I wish they had a lot more stuff, but, they could only squeeze in what they could. They had the different psychos and stuff, and that was kind of fun, but, like, probably one of the best scenes in the movie is when the psychos, shoot up the claptrap.
Oh, yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah. And I like how the claptrap is invincible, and he, like, sheds his shell like a caterpillar or something. That was ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was funny, right? And then
no, it makes sense because he's he's basically, I think, in God mode in the video game for the most part, except for a couple times in like 3, I think. But yeah, he basically is indestructible. So that was a fun way of having it.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess the rest of the stuff, it was like, the finale was okay, and like some of the chase scenes, but
so the one about the finale with me, because I'm comparing it to the video game, is we finally get to go to the vault, and they don't do anything with the vault. Like it's such a big deal and a big reveal in the video game, and then you get to the vault in the film, and you're like, okay, they didn't do anything, boring, lame,
I think there was just more. I don't know. It seemed like they were trying to get it cut down too, like time-wise, because I think...
Yeah, it's an hour and 42 minutes.
Yeah. So they wanted it to be short, and like, I think they know this movie's just going to be a write-off, because it didn't seem like they promoted it really at all.
They started promoting it, I think, initially, and then some of the first few probably screeners were just... people just destroyed it, and so they stopped. Because I saw this trailer on just about every single movie I went to in May and June, and then it just kind of stopped.
Yeah, I think they knew they had a dud on their hands, and usually they release duds around this time. This is a just drop it and hope it makes a little bit of money time.
Oh, well, that brings up an interesting question for next week's film then, Mike.
It does. I think that one's going to be okay, and I think the budget's going to be a lot less for it, because it seems like it's more towards the roots of like the original Alien, where it's kind of a isolated environment, a ship, and some one couple of aliens. I'm not sure how many aliens, but
Well, go ahead, Mike. Tell our listeners what we're going to chat and review about next week. I mean, you said Alien already.
Alien Romulus. Romulus.
Alien Romulus. Yes, sir. It is an hour and 59 minutes.
Okay.
And let's see. Do they have an estimated budget on here yet? No, I don't see one yet.
No, they don't have one. Okay.
No, it's not usually until after it comes out that they put an estimated budget on here, I think.
I don't think it's going to be a lot.
But yeah, when it takes place, it's supposed to take place between Alien and Aliens. It kind of is supposed to bring them together.
Ah.
At least that's everything I've seen and read. But I'm trying not to, know too much about it like we do, because I want to have it nice and clean and clear in my head when I go and watch it, because I want to value it on its own merits versus what everybody else has said. So anyways, yeah, we jumped ahead a little bit there, but yeah, that's next week. Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
Yeah, it does look cool. So Matt, the movie that we're reviewing right now, Borderlands, has a 4.3 on IMDb, and very rarely do we watch movies that are like below 6. So apparently this was clearly hated by a lot of people.
At least the critics. Being a fan of Borderlands, Mike, you don't hate this film. I mean, I don't hate it.
No.
I expected more. I wanted it to be better, but I understand what it is.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. It's a lot to try and convey, and I don't even know, a lot of Borderlands is over the top and just guns everywhere, and how do you even visualize that in a movie, Matt? How would you just have guns just showing up all over the place all the time, and different color guns and different I don't know.
Well, I think if it would have been rated R and they would have stuck with the violence, then they could have had them changing out guns to the weird-ass guns that do all the weird, crazy-ass shit and picking things up and treasure chests and stuff like that. But if you're going to cut the violence out of a film that is inspired by an extremely violent, over-the-top video game, it's not going to feel the same. Because, I mean, that's the fun of Borderlands is its stylized art style. It's cell shading. It's humor, it's insane amount of violence and guns, and it's just extremely over the top and fun. And this film really wasn't. It really doesn't have the same feeling at all.
No. I mean, it had aspects of stuff, but yeah, no, it didn't have the feeling.
Yeah, it can have aspects, and it can be that, but it doesn't feel like Borderlands. It feels like this is what the studio or the director or the writer or all three of them think what Borderlands is. It's not what it really is. And the story is fine. I don't think the story's bad. It has elements of the original Borderlands video game storyline. It's not 100%, but it has elements. And I thought the story was actually fine. It was okay.
Yeah. It doesn't... I just kept thinking to myself, how would you even make a Borderlands? And then one of my coworkers said something that I thought was funny, so I'll just throw that out here. We didn't really ask for Borderlands. Why did they make this?
It's a very good point. It's a very, very good point, because it works very well as a video game, and not all video games should be movies. And we sure as fuck know, just from past experiences, even going back to the 80s, not all movies should be video games. I mean, there's some really bad movie video games out there. I mean, going back to the original Atari 2600 with E.T. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen that documentary, Mike, but that shit is amazing. It was a big fable and rumor that there is a landfill in New Mexico that is filled with thousands of these E.T. 2600 cartridges.
And didn't they find it?
They found it. It's real. It truly happened. It wasn't fucking made up.
Sometimes, fairy tales or things that people say are just cloaked in truth.
Well, yeah, it's just this. You got to remember that happened all before the internet really got going. I mean, that's one thing that I always find interesting. The other day, people were talking about, it's the birth of the internet 34 years ago. It's like, if you actually go back and look at it and figure it out, we've had the internet since like the 60s. Granted, it wasn't public, it was military, but we've had a level of communication like the internet since the 60s, basically, maybe even the 50s. But what we know and think of as the internet today with websites and public access and all that stuff, yeah, it's only like 34, 35-ish years old,
I think
something like that.
When the World Wide Web, like with HTML and all that kind of happened,
yeah,
that really, really got, stuff cooking. There was stuff before that, though. I mean, there's still old school, like the chatting, internet relay chat, Matt.
Right. Yeah.
Like
there's all kinds of stuff. And that was kind of my point, is that this fable, or not this fable, but this story about this landfill being filled with this shit game got so big before even the internet. That's how crazy it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of, it seems like it's an unbelievable story, but it was true.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very fascinating documentary. I watched it when Amazon had it. I'm not sure what streaming service it is on now, but if you're interested in the video game world in any way, shape, or form, it's fun to go back to your roots. I mean, I have several emulators that I can play a lot of my classic video games, and I tried to get my nephew, my middle nephew loves video games. My youngest nephew really, really loves video games. But my middle nephew, I tried to get him to play some original Nintendo and some Super Nintendo, stuff we grew up with as kids. He gave up after 5, 10, 15 minutes because they were too hard.
Oh, jeez.
It just shows you like how much even the video game genre has changed since we grew up.
Yeah, man, we just kept at it, dude. We just kept at it for like years,
Oh, God, I can't even tell you the hours I put into Zelda. Now, that was, when me and my older sister were friends, I guess, or liked each other at least. She would stay up all night playing Zelda, and I'd be right there next to her, and we got it beat, though. We beat the original Zelda when I was still in, I think, single-digit age.
Wow, that's cool.
But anyways, we could talk about video games all day. Mike, here's a fun question related to video games. And I was kind of trying to poke and prod with you on this last one, but when was the last time you played a video game?
Oh, that's painful, dude. We don't talk about that.
Mike, has it been years or months? It could be any video game.
It's
could be on your phone.
probably been months, but it's probably getting close to years, because I think when my daughter was born, because we played video games when my son was born, and I would be watching stuff all night, because remember I had the night shift?
Yeah, you'd be up, and you'd be like, hey, you up? You want to play? And I'd be like, yep, Borderlands it is.
Yeah, so we played a little bit, but like that might have been the last time, dude.
So not even like anything on your phone, not anything on your work computer like Minesweeper, anything, nothing like that.
My phone doesn't have room for games. There ain't nobody got time for that. No, I never played anything at work. I don't have time for that either.
Well, I got
Too
you
busy.
beat then.
Too busy.
I usually consider it a good day if I get to play video games like once a month. But so I'm kind of obsessed with these handheld pocket emulators that can literally hold like every single video game system from like Atari all the way to like Nintendo 64. Some of them PlayStation 2 if they're powerful enough. I like the tweaking and the fucking around with aspect of it, and then hunting the ROMs down and finding the games. And so I've been playing with that in my free time, what little I get, about a half hour a day. And I'll sit down and make sure some of the ROMs work, and I'll play like, I think yesterday I was playing Splatterhouse 2 on the Sega Genesis.
Oh, dude.
That's fun.
Dude, that's fun.
That's a classic. I mean, not to keep talking about video games, but Splatterhouse 2 was considered so violent back in the day that I I think the commercial part, or depending on the system, they changed the blood to green because they thought it was too over the top.
Yeah.
I don't remember which system. It might have been Genesis, might have been Nintendo or Super Nintendo.
I don't
remember.
think it was Genesis. I think they left everything in, but it was probably Nintendo.
It was probably the Super Nintendo. Yeah. Instead of it being red, it was green, and they cut some things. But anyways, yeah. That's a classic, dude. I know you love Splatterhouse because of the horror movie thing. So
yeah, it was fun.
Basically almost like being, Friday the 13th almost. Although that video game was a lot of fun. I wish I could have gotten you to play that online more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? Xbox 360, I think. The
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Where you could play a camper or Jason.
Yes.
And it was fighting against each other. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. It was
Anyways, Mike, what else would you like to add about Borderlands, or have you had enough?
No, I think we've covered all the things. So
You're sure?
Yeah, yeah.
Does it make you want to go play Borderlands?
Yeah, it made me want to go play Borderlands a little bit, you know.
Are you going to?
Well, I don't know about that.
Mike, we will check back next week and see if you get to play any form of Borderlands. I mean, maybe one of these days when the children's asleep and so's Mags, you just fire, blow off the dust of your controllers and your Xbox 360. Or do you have an Xbox One? You have an Xbox One. Yeah.
I have an Xbox One, yeah, but it hasn't probably been turned on in like a year and something, so it's probably got like 6,000 updates.
Yeah, you probably should start it up now and have it start doing the updates. So by the time Monday or Tuesday hits next week, you might be able to play Borderlands.
Yeah, it'll probably have so many updates I won't even know like what it is anymore. I'll be like, what'd they do to it?
Although you have gigabit internet, so it'll probably update in like 20 minutes.
It'll be fast. I mean, it still has to reboot and all that stuff. I mean,
That's true.
Check it, but yeah, I mean, internet's fast, yes.
Well, Mike, I think that is your homework for the next week, is to at least update your Xbox One, if not play a round of Borderlands.
All right. I'll see if I can do it.
All righty. Well, Mike, now the really important question. I'm interested to hear this. How many reels do you give Borderlands?
I'm going to give it 2.5 reels, man. Like I said, it's okay. It's not a terrible movie. It's just not a Borderlands really movie.
Well, you're not a lot higher than me, but you're higher than me. I would have thought you would have been probably in like the 3s, but 2.5. Okay. I am at a 2 just because you can't hate on Cate Blanchett's performance or Jack Black's performance, or the fact that at least they got the names of the characters right and tried to stick somewhat true to the story. Some of the, sets work really well. I mean, I really do think Pandora would have liked that with a giant, trash heap everywhere, basically. Because, yeah, that's what it looks like in the video game. Just clean and shiny because it's a video game. But no, there's redeeming qualities, but I do not recommend people to go see this in the theaters whatsoever. Wait for a streaming service. It'll be fine. Even if you're a huge Borderland fan like us, not worth it.
Yeah, and I think the way it's performing, it'll be streaming next week.
Possibly. Try and make whatever money they can off of it. So, Mike, next week, Alien Romulus. We already talked about it. So, yeah.
Oh, I guess that finishes it up, everyone. So, thanks for listening. Make sure to catch us on the pod next week and follow us on the socials: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and yeah. Catch you on the next pod. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.
Welcome, everyone, to Ma Hinshaw Loses Her Cookies, episode 76, Borderlands with an S. Hello, Matthew. How are you doing?
Why are you talking weird?
Because I'm weird.
Okay.
Hi.
Well, hello, Mother. So you said you're going to make this a quick, short, fast podcast, and I think you're lying. I think we're going to be here for hours.
No, you're not. No, you're not. At all. But I will say it was a good movie for people who've never seen the Borderlands game. I thought it was fun in spots, good, funny dialogue. But I never really remember seeing Borderlands, so I had no expectations. And from what I gather, people who played the game were not happy with the movie.
Well, that doesn't matter, though, Mom. It's your opinion on what the film was, and if it was good or if it was bad, and if you enjoyed it. If not, I don't care if you play the video game or not. I play the video game, and I have my thoughts on the film.
Yeah, no, I thought it was fun, interesting. I thought Cate Blanchett did just a great job playing Lily. I loved her part. I thought it was fun. She was good. And I liked the bantering between her and Marcus, and I can't remember his name as the character. I don't remember. But
Marcus.
Marcus is the actor.
No.
Well, wasn't it the fellow that drove the truck and all that?
That's Kevin Hart.
Oh, well, anyway, Kevin then. Whatever, Kevin. I thought that was great between the two of them. I got the wrong person. Oh, well, forgive me. But anyway, there were, funny lines and stuff. The CGI was really interesting. And then when I finally figured out exactly, why it was what it was, which I won't say, made a lot of sense. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining. It was pretty. I liked the fact that the fight scenes didn't go on forever and ever. Get tired of that.
But yeah, in the fight scenes, you can't tell what's going on at all.
Well, that's true.
So how is that a good fight scene?
Well, it was short. That's why I thought it was.
That's true.
Yeah, and it wasn't, hours and hours and hours of them punching it. If I got punched that much, I would be down and that fight would be over. But oh no, in the movies they're punching and kicking and punching and kicking, and they're not going down. But this one was more realistic, I would say, from that standpoint, even though you couldn't see it. Okay.
It's not a video game, it's a movie.
Well, I know. So anyway, I liked the movie. I thought it was entertaining. I thought visually it was really great. And I would go see it just to see it without understanding Borderlands. And
I'm still just trying to figure out why you're defending this movie and why you think it was good. You're crazy.
I'm not either. I thought it was fun and good and interesting. Really, I did. Okay, so I'm weird. Hey.
Oh, well, okay, the CGI was bad. Clearly the actors don't really want to be there. The acting, not the acting, the acting was very plain and bland. There was maybe a handful of laughs in a film that's supposed to be action-packed and funny and full of blood, guts, and gore and murdering and death, because that's what the video games are. And it was bland. This movie was really bad.
Well, I didn't know there was supposed to be a lot of blood, guts, and gore. How did I know?
Well, Mom, there's action scenes and you literally don't know what's going on.
No, that's true.
Like, literally.
Well, literally, yeah, you're right. That is true. And I got confused with where they even were. Oh, well, that's okay. But I liked it. To me, it was entertaining. It wasn't barn burning or real exciting or anything.
But should our audience take their family of 4 and drop I don't know, a couple $100 to go watch this movie.
Oh, heck no. Wait till it comes out on streaming next week or something.
Well, you see what I'm getting at. I'm just trying to get you
I
to
agree. Yeah. No.
think about it.
No, I wouldn't spend money to go to them. I mean, it would look quite better, but if people have an 85-inch television anyway, they'll be fine. They'll get entertained. And yeah, for that, it would be fine. And the kids would like it, probably. Right. Maybe. But anyway, I liked it. It was okay. So
It was just okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
It wasn't horrid. I did like Lily. I liked her character. I thought it was.
It was Lilith, but okay.
Lilith. Oh well,
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyhow, yeah. I mean, I liked that. I thought she did a great job. And falling down and climbing on stuff. Yeah, she was very good. So anyway, I like that. And, the vehicles and, it was fun. But I mean, like I say, I don't think I'd really run out and spend a lot of money on it. No. Okay. I agree with you there. I wouldn't. I wouldn't because movies are too expensive anymore. I sure wouldn't take a bunch of kids. No, wait till it comes out on streaming.
Well,
Okay.
and that's why I'm asking is, this is what we do. I mean, I'm not going to say we tell people to go see movies or not, but they want to know, is it worth their hard-earned money? Because, it's not getting any better and people are having less and less by the day.
Oh, I understand that. And no, I don't think I would spend money to go see it, really. No. I would wait and have it come on a streaming service of some sort because, yeah, no. I mean, and because, but it's okay. It was entertaining, so I can say that, and I'll get my rating.
You thought so, yeah. And I think because you don't know anything about it, you probably found it a little more entertaining. But yeah. I mean, yeah. Mike rated it higher than I did, which I was shocked. Mike's usually really brutal when it comes to movies when they're this bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I give it a 3.5, but it's a little bit above average, but
3.5. What kind of cookies?
Well, which ones? I don't even have time to make cookies right now, but I'll say oatmeal. Okay. Oh gosh, I wish I could make an oatmeal cookie. Well, anyway, yeah, 3.5 cookies, folks. But yeah, I wouldn't spend money on it really to go to the movies. It would be fine, like if it comes out on, I can't say which ones, but something, then that would be fine. Watch it at home. All right.
Okay, so what about our film for next week?
Oh, I really, yeah. Alien, and I don't know Alien what? I don't know. I just know it's
Romulus.
Romulus? Really?
Mm-hmm. You don't know anything about it, do you?
Not a dang thing.
It takes place between Alien and Aliens with an S. It ties the two films kind of together from what I've read.
Well, that's going to be really weird.
How's it going to be weird?
Well, I don't know. I think it might be.
Well, that's why I asked you.
Well, I mean, aren't the other movie, weren't they on a spaceship and the critter was in the
So what's saying this isn't on a spaceship?
Well, it probably is. And where's Sigourney Weaver? I bet she's too old to do it.
Well, in this time frame, in the Alien universe, she would have been trapped on the ship.
Oh, yeah.
Because she floats in space for 57 years. Before they find her in Aliens with an S.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gee whiz. Does her walker float in space too?
Mom, you do know the original Aliens was filmed in the late 70s. Aliens with an S was released in 1986. She didn't have a walker back then.
Oh, no, that's right. Okay, well, never mind.
That was only you.
Okay, yeah, it was. That's true. So anyway, yeah, well, I'll be interested to see it, but I will never. The first one scared the hoo-haws out of me.
And you think this one's not?
I don't know if it will.
It's going to be terrifying. You're going to, you better wear your super thick diaper.
Oh, fiddle. And I don't wear diapers anyway. Cut it out. But no, I don't know if I expect
You don't
much.
wear diapers yet.
No, well, down the line maybe, but not right now. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know if they can do that. I mean, the Alien 2, whatever, 1980s, whatever version. I didn't find that scary. I really didn't. The first one was just a real shocker. That's all I know. And the one on the spaceship, I wasn't all that excited about. But we'll have to see how this one turns out, I guess. I mean, did you like Alien 2?
Yeah, I think they're all fine.
Well, I mean, really? Because I expected more shocks from Alien 2. And then it wasn't. It was like, oh, yeah, I know. It's going to come out this area and blah, blah. Nah, wasn't real exciting to me. Well, anyway, that's my opinion. So everybody, if you are rich and want to splurge and go to Aliens, whatever his name is, okay, go.
Okay, so we are going to talk about Alien Romulus next week. Clearly, you're not super excited about it, but we will see. And I don't care because this is Mike's pick and Mike gets to do what he wants. And Aliens is his second favorite franchise behind, I believe, Jaws. So,
Wow.
Do you have anything else you would like to add to Borderlands or Alien or Aliens or how wonderful life is or how much you drink and why you need to stop doing drugs? What's your favorite drug?
To get a drink now. Anyway, no, I am curious about Aliens, but I don't know if I think it's going to be all that great. And Aliens Romulus sounds like Romulus and Remus, which were, I don't know, whatever, folks that founded Rome. I'm not sure how this thing's going to work out, but I'm going.
Well, you're going to find out with your grandson.
Oh, I am? Oh, okay.
I don't know. Is he the one taking you?
Oh, no, I think it's your sainted father.
I would never call him that, but you can. You can do whatever you want as long as I'm not there.
Right. No. Well, anyway, that old guy. Yep. He'll probably sleep after he eats a ton of popcorn, so no problem. But
All
I'll
right.
be okay.
Well, is there anything else you want to add? You were just talking about, what were you going to say?
No, I just said I'll be awake for the movie. I promise.
You say that, and I'm sure you'll sleep through most of it.
No, I won't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's going to be uber scary. All right?
Okay, are you done now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, thanks everyone for joining us for another vile episode of Ma Hinshaw Loses Her Cookies. What? She's shaking her head in agreement because she knows it's true. You can talk. It's not going to kill you.
No, I may interrupt you. I don't want to do that. I'm sorry.
I'm not Dad, Mom. You're allowed to talk and have a voice here on this podcast.
Oh, thank you, Master. Ooh.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that. That's a racist word now.
What?
Yeah, I don't even want to get into that explanation.
I don't want to even go there.
Yeah, we can't call them master bedrooms anymore, right?
What?
They have to be primary bedrooms.
I did not know that. Well, thank you for edifying me.
You mean educating you?
Oh, okay, that. Okay. So I'm in a primary bedroom. Oh,
So how many martini lunch did you have today, Ma? 5, 6?
oh, none. I wish I'd had one, but I didn't. I had a salad. Boy, how boring. Whatever.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks everyone. We'll chat to you next week.
Bye.